Welcome to episode three of the Ben Briggs podcast. I am Ben Briggs. It's Tuesday, the 14th of May, 2019, and coming back at ya. It's a late one, 10:15 at night here in the UK. What have you been doing, Ben? I know. Have you been procrastinating again? A little bit today. Had a lot to do today. Was going to record it earlier, to be perfectly honest. But the council decided to cut all the grass outside where I live. I live in a ground floor flat. It's not like a big block of flats, but I live in the ground floor. There's one flat above me, and that's basically it. It's one of them new estates that looks like Legoland. In Northampton, the UK, England. That's for our foreign listeners out there. Foreign, Jesus. People in the States and that sort of thing who have been listening. Jesus, man. Yeah, so I'll give you a little bit description. So, the council have been cutting all the grass outside, making a noise all day. So this is the only opportunity today, other than sitting on my ass, to be able to record without the whing of the lawnmower going outside. So I don't know why it took them all day. There's not that much. All there is, I've got a little bit of grass outside, which I have to cut. Then there's a pavement. Then there's a massive ditch because this place was built on floodplains. Nice when it rains. Nice when it rains to know that your house could be swept away at any moment. But the council were cutting that all day. Just one geezer, just up and down with his mower, and cutting the bushes as well. Edward Scissorhands styles, not with the actual scissors as hands, but with his old chopping away at it, listening to his old iPod or iPhone these days. But it was so that's why it's late, man. And then by the time they'd finished that at about 6 o'clock, when they'd been mowing all day, I had to start getting ready for a gig, which I've just come back from. So still got that weird gig, little adrenaline rush that's going on at the minute. But luckily enough, it was a local gig. Do you only gig in Northampton, Ben? No, I don't. But it's been like that for the last 2 gigs in a week. In Northampton, home gigs. This one a little bit different from the other one. This was a new material night for the Comedy Crate guys, as opposed to the paid night I did last Thursday. So I've just literally got off stage, hassling KJ and Mike about, I need to get home, man. I've got a deadline for something. And they were just like, do you need to do your podcast? And I was like, yeah. Okay, let's be honest, guys. Yeah. I just need to do that because I've been putting it off all day. And I said Tuesdays and Saturdays, and I've set myself that goal. Tuesdays and Saturdays to get it out there. So I've got a little while to get this recorded and get it up and out on the Podbean site and over to Apple, so they it's put it on their website and monopolize everything as they do. It's... So the gig, literally just come straight from the gig, which was all right. Always a bit weird doing new stuff. Always a bit weird. You get that anxiety, little bit of anxiety about how the stuff's going to go. Is it funny? Isn't it funny? I was working from notes as well. Did you not learn your stuff, Ben? No, I didn't. No, I didn't have time to learn it. So I literally bullet pointed it and worked through it on stage, which is actually quite nice. I like to keep things a little bit loose when I'm doing new stuff. So there's certain points I like to hit. I hit those points, and it went across all right, to be fair, for new stuff. Needs a bit of polishing up. Needs a few more lines in there. A little bit more feeling to make that connection with the audience. But it was all right. It was all right. Stuff about being single. Single again. 42. Shit. Single again. So that was all right. It was quite useful tonight and handy because it was literally, again, in the town centre of Northampton at a pub called the Lamplighter, which, if you don't know Northampton, it's one of the sort of like cooler sort of, I don't know, is it right to say cooler about Northampton? I don't know. Everybody slags off their own hometown, don't they? That's what we do in England, by the way, American people. If you ask, what's your hometown like? People will go, it's a shithole. But it's our shithole. It's our shithole that we love. Or just can't afford to move out of. Either way, that's how we justify it to ourselves. So, but yeah, it's quite a nice little boozer. It was upstairs there. There's a few other acts on. I was hoping to get on in the first section. When I spoke to the guys, they wanted me to close the night, which is a bit dodgy on new material. Although it is a new material night, so I could have just closed it up. But I managed to scab on start of the second section after 4 acts in the first section, and one of them was booked for 5 minutes and overran to 15. But it was his first gig, and he'll probably never do it again anyway, so fuck him. You take that limelight, me old son. 15 minutes of it. Smash it out. Go on. Ugh. Painful. Anyway, I was downstairs at that point writing out my material. Yeah, it went across all right. I think it went across all right. There might be a few little nuggets in there, so we'll see how it goes. I hope you all had a good weekend since I last spoke to you on Saturday. I watched a bit of the footy, kept up to date with the score when I was travelling to a gig on Sunday, and a little bit gutted that Liverpool didn't win the Premiership League title, and it went to Man City instead, but it was kind of written in the wind a few weeks ago anyway. You could see it happening, and we've still got the Champions League final coming up on the 1st of June. Against Spurs, an all-England final. Exciting. Found out this week that I had a gig booked for June the 1st, Champions League final night, and it's been cancelled because of the Champions League, and most people in the UK will be watching that, at least in England anyway. So the gig's cancelled, and I'm just going to keep it free, people. Going to keep that night free and just watch the Champions League. And see the mighty Scousers win another Champions League. Gotta be. Can't see Spurs doing it, to be perfectly honest. I know there's probably Spurs supporters out there listening to this going, this is bullshit. Can't see it happening, man. Can't see it happening. But, yeah, so that was my weekend, really. Did a gig Monday as well, yesterday in Loughborough. It's a busy week this week. I mean, I was Loughborough Monday. Tonight, I was in Northampton for the Comedy Crate Boys, their new material night. Tomorrow night, I'm in Birmingham, Moseley, which is a lovely little gig for Jay Handley at Fat Penguin. Comedy night runs every week. Just have a pro act on, and they just let me come down. Oh, Jay lets me come down every month and just do some new stuff in the middle because it's such a nice night. And then Thursday, I'm in Barrow-in-Furness, which is fucking miles away. Miles away. It's about a 3.5, 4 hour drive, easy. So on a Thursday night, but that is such a nice gig as well. Up there in Barrow, for the guy who runs that, Sam Hughes. And then Friday night, I'm doing an hour's show in Leicester. Holy shit, an hour's show. Yeah. So I'm doing that as part of something or other. I don't know what it is. But it's, yeah, that should be all right. So it's a busy week this week. So I've been running. I felt a little bit like, because I've been running all over the place the last couple of days, I feel like Henry Hill out of Goodfellas. You know, that last day when he gets caught with all the cocaine and that. And I should have a disabled brother just stirring pasta sauce all day, like that, running all over the place with a slightly better complexion than Ray Liotta. Only slightly better, though. We've all got our marks. But, yeah, it was, it's been a busy couple of days, to be perfectly honest. So I've been all over the place and had very little time to get everything organised. But we're here now. And it's been so nice as well. Oh, so nice today. Lovely. Over in Northampton, today has been the weather. Summer is hitting us here in the UK. People from abroad. I know. It happens every now and again. We get a bit of decent weather. That's it. And the last 3 days have been glorious. Not a cloud in the sky. It's been beautiful. Scorching last 3 days. Absolutely lovely. Just looking at the stats and that sort of thing earlier today. Stats, because everything's about stats these days. Even the weather. Even the weather gets, like, graded on how it's done with the stats. 18 degrees Celsius. Don't know if that means anything to you. Doesn't really mean a lot. 65 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the same. Why can't there just be one standard heating judging system? I don't know. Somebody's obviously done that first. I don't know which one came out first, either Celsius or Fahrenheit, but somebody's done it. And the other one's come along and just gone, nah, your heat judging system is shit. We need a new heat judging system that takes it down a little bit or takes it up a little bit. But anyway, it's been 18 degrees, 65 degrees Fahrenheit today. Holy shit. I know that doesn't seem warm. For some people, there was listeners last couple of episodes. Like, there's only been 2, Ben. There's only been 2. Last couple of episodes, there's been listeners in Nevada and California, and they're going, that is our winter. This is what we get in England, though. 65 degrees, everybody's out. Shirts, T-shirts on, shorts on. There's some fucking monsters out there, I tell you. There are people who are not beach body ready. They're beach body ready if they're getting washed up. That's about it. And then dragged off and then cut off, I don't know, by Japanese whalers, I imagine. Do they still do that in Japan? I think they do. If not, that is a really bad stereotype. So 18 degrees Celsius, 65 degrees Fahrenheit today, 46% humidity. Don't even know what that means. Don't even know. You look on your phone. There's too much information on there now. Too much information on the phone. 46 visibility, it said, in Northampton, 16.1 kilometres. I can see the house opposite me. That's it. I don't know what that information is for. The visibility, 16.1 kilometres. Oh, fuck, I can see, almost see Coventry. No, nothing. I can see the woman in the house opposite me. That's it. Not that I'm looking. Not that I'm staring out my window looking at the woman opposite me or anything like that. Although she is a bit strange, to be perfectly honest. She just wears sunglasses all the time. I don't know what that's about. I don't know. You'll see her at night. She's putting out her bins. It does sound like I'm watching her now. Doesn't it? It does sound like I'm watching her. She puts her bins out at night. Yeah, she's got sunglasses on, dark glasses on. Every time she comes out the house, she's got dark glasses on. She's not blind, by the way. She hasn't got, if she is, she's that blind, she forgot a Labrador. She might be blind. I doubt it. She gets in a car and drives. If she was blind and did that, oh, Jesus. But anyway, yeah, all the stats and that, Jesus, 16.1 kilometre of visibility. I have no idea what that is. Also, as well, listeners from abroad, as well as listeners, you may not even know where Northampton is. I thought about this the other day when I mentioned it. You may not even know where it is. It's basically central England. That's it. I'm about 1 hour north of London. That's it. If you drive. If you walk, it's going to take you a little bit longer than that. But an hour north of London. That's it. Basically, it's a small, nondescript town that was a market town and just grew out of that. Famed for making shoes. That's what we're famed for. That's why our local football team, for our American friends, such a team is the Cobblers. That's why it's famed for. That was back in the day where every town in England, it was famed for something. Like wear shoes, like in Northampton. I think Luton was hats. They made hats. Basically, if you needed a new outfit, you had to tour the entire country And it took about 2 months to get your fucking prom dress and all your suit and everything for that. But not that they had proms then. Although they have proms now. That's an Americanized thing that's come over here, isn't it? Coming over here, fucking with our end-of-year parties at schools. I've seen that. Like, there's proms now at school. It's very Americanized. It's gone a bit, fucking, oh, Jesus. Yeah, all, you know, like, what's the name I'm thinking of those films? Jesus. American Pie. Innit? That's it. It's American Pie. Where you got Stifler's Party. It's all like that now. Only, with white lightning cider instead of the little red plastic cups they have out there. I don't know what that's about either. Maybe one of our American friends can inform us. What are the red cups about? Please tell me. Inform me. I am looking for information. But it's been beautiful. Beautiful out here today. So sitting outside in the sun reading. I know. In a one-bedroom ground floor flat, Ben. Yeah, I've got a little bit of garden out the front. Little bit of garden, south-facing. Nice. Little bit of sun on the old bonds this morning. It was nice. Lovely sitting out there, having a little bit of a read. Right up until 3 o'clock when the school kids come home. And then I shot in because I don't want to look like a paedophile. That's basically it. It's okay when nobody's about. Sitting out the front I'm not sitting there like with my top off or anything like that. I'm sitting in there in a chair in shorts and t-shirts outside the front on my flat. And, just scurried in when the school kids come by. Because, yeah, I don't want to look like a weirdo. I'm 42 years old, no girlfriend, live in a flat on my own. It's only a matter of time before I get shit posted through my door or everybody starts getting suspicious that I'm eyeing their kids up. That's the worst thing about it if you're sitting outside as well. It's right near a kids' play area. That's the worst thing about it. You have to face the other way, not make eye contact with any of the kids who are playing, and just sit there reading a book. The book is there just as an alibi. That's basically it. Just to say, actually, I was reading a book rather than staring like a weirdo at kids in my local area. Oh, Jesus. 42, no girlfriend. You know, like, if there was a report of a paedophile in the area, I ain't going to be bottom of that list, am I? Single guy living on his own, you know, middle-aged, slightly hairline going backwards. I'm going to get a few questions. That's all I'm saying. It was nice sitting outside, though. So nice. Sitting there with the old neighbour's cats. I was. The little ginger cat. Had a bit of an issue with the old cat in the past, but it's all right now. Just sitting there, laying in the shade, under the bushes. Just loves it. We got an understanding. I don't scare him off. He don't shit in my garden. That's the understanding we got now. I used to scare him. I used to scare him off. When he used to hang around outside my flat, I used to scare him off. Like that. And then about an hour later, I'd go outside and there'd be a big shit hanging out there. Stop scaring him off. He stopped shitting in my garden. We've got an understanding. Something, I think, Israel and Palestine. They could learn a lot from me and that cat, I think. Just don't scare them off. They won't shit all over your garden. There you go. That's it. Sign that peace treaty, Israel and Palestine. I'm not sure that's going to work, but it could do. They haven't tried it yet. The Briggs cat technique. That could be it. This could be it. I could go around the world solving these problems. Don't piss them off. They won't shit all over you. Brilliant. I just sit outside people watching, man. That's all I do. The woman with the dark glasses opposite. The woman with the 5 kids or whatever. Sitting opposite me. I'm not judging. But it's just difficult to park in the road on Father's Day. That's all I'm saying. There's a lot of cars outside our house. Maybe things didn't work out, but I don't know. I shouldn't be judging, should I? It's an all right area around here, though. I'll tell you a little bit about the area. Somebody got shot about 3 months ago. Shot dead in the area. I know. We're all worried about our house prices. People are, anyway, up the road, all the middle-class people are worried about their house prices, that's for sure. They're all gathered round, discussing it. Apparently, it's going through court at the minute, actually. Some geezer got shot over 40 quid. £40, which in American money is about $3,000, I think. No, I don't think the pound's that buoyant at the moment, to be perfectly honest with you. Yeah, somebody got shot dead, like about 50 metres from your house. So, that all went a bit tits up on, I tell you what, if you want to know, some actually retarded people, go on the message sites in the area that you live and see the fucking idiots that live around you. There's a local, site, for this area, you know, like a little Facebook group, and I had a look on there just to find out the information. I just wanted to know the information about what happened, because it was all taped off by the police. That thing they do, that thin bit of tape they put around everything, and you think, wow, that crime scene is secure now, isn't it? With that little bit of, like, plasticky tape around it. But apparently, like, yeah, the night it happened or whatever, the geezer was shot dead, like, in the street. Like, some people turned up, got hold of him and just shot him. Yeah, what happened, that was basically what happened. But on the local area Facebook group, people were wondering and speculating about what was actually happening. Somebody put on there, I heard five shots, 5 loud bangs. That was it. She put on there, I heard 5 loud bangs, and somebody put a comment under there. Oh, so somebody must have been shot. And then, like the internet, somebody adds their perspective, don't they? They have to put their little judgy or, like, questioning, or have to be contrary to it. Oh, she only said she'd heard 5 bangs. They may not have been shot. Yeah, I imagine, yeah, that's not going to be shot, is it, you fucking idiot? Jesus. They probably got stabbed, didn't they? Because that's the whole thing, isn't it? They might have been stabbed as well. Because that's what you do, isn't it? You cut your finger. Somebody comes rushing in from the other room and says, oh, you cut yourself? Yeah, how did you know? Oh, I heard the bang. You fucking idiot. Jesus. What's wrong with you? Yeah, so not unless it was somebody doing balloon animals, I imagine, in the street. There'd be a few bangs there if they were stabbed. Yeah. I wanted a fucking poodle. That could be it. I don't know. Anyway, it's going to trial at the minute. But the weird thing was the police come round the next day. The police, they've got to investigate these things, don't they? It's their job. Particularly when it comes to murder. But the police come round the next day, and that night, it just so happened about 9 o'clock at night, I wasn't gigging, but I was watching Apocalypse Now. I know. You couldn't make it up. You could, Ben, but I haven't. I was watching Apocalypse Now, and they said, did you hear anything last night? Any loud bangs or anything? Yeah, I heard a few on the old DVD there. You know, I'm not that tuned in to Apocalypse Now and don't know the film. I've watched it a few times, yeah. But, you know, I'm not watched it enough to know, hang on a minute, those shots have never been in here before. They seem like they're coming out from outside. It's England. We don't run amok with guns. You don't expect people to be shot 50 metres away from your front door. So, no, police officer, I was not aware that somebody had been shot dead 50 metres away. But they got the guys who did it anyway, and they're on trial at the minute. I don't know how they're going to get out of that one. I was clay pigeon shooting and it went wrong. I don't know. But, yeah. So, so that's going through at the minute. Over 40 quid as well. Is it worth it? Is it really worth it? £40. You can't put a price on life. You can in this area. £40. There you go. Bang. Sold to the man with a gun. Not that the police round here really do fuck all usually. There was people were coming in there. Yeah, I'll tell you this. People were coming into these flats where I live. Literally, as I said, like there's one flat above me. There's a couple who live there. There's a guy who lives on his own, like next to them, to the left-hand side of me. I never see him. He's like a mouse. He just scurries in and out. And then there's a couple with kids and a dog and numerous other things who live next door to me. And there's various smells that emanate from their flat. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the smell is, but, man. But that's what you get for living around other people. So there's basically a block of floor. And then within the 4 flats, like as you got a communal entrance, there's like the mail boxes where you have your mail. Although I've got a letterbox on my front door that goes out onto the street, they use the mailbox for there. And somebody was coming in and robbing the mailboxes. Basically, what they were doing, they'd got the information of my neighbours with the kids and the smell. I don't know whether that's related. I imagine it is. Or something to do with the dog. I don't know. But there's some sort of smell. Anyway, they weren't robbing the smell off them. They were basically stealing their identity, having cards sent, like, to this address. And when the postman come, they were looking out for the postman to come and then fucking going in, using a universal key to get into the fucking mailbox and stealing that card with their details on it and running up bills and shit like that. That's what they were basically doing. But I caught them. I know. Secret super sleuth. Oh, Columbo Briggs. Caught them. Because I've got CCTV, like, out the front of my house, because I'm paranoid as fuck. Possibly not. I don't know why I've got CCTV outside my house. It's that controlling nature, Ben. Controlling nature, I think. But I've got a CCTV outside the house, so we caught the guy doing it. And then the neighbours rang the old bill, the old police, the fuzz, the old filth, and they come round. So, and wanted to look at the CCTV and that sort of thing and see the guy who'd been coming in. So old Benny boy, the snitch, the old grass, Snitchy McBriggs, showed the old police. I let the old police, there was some woman, not that there's anything wrong with a woman being a police officer before you all start fucking making out a hashtag. Misogynistic Briggs. Hey, I'm still Super Sleuth Columbo Briggs. Thank you very much. The police officer came in, asked us to take his shoes off. You know, they looked a bit dirty. You could have cleaned them up a little bit, sweetheart. But come in, take your shoes off. She came in and had a look at the footage. And I said, if you want the footage or anything like that, I can put it on a USB stick for you. I've got a spare USB stick. You can just keep it and that sort of thing. You know what she said? She said, no. It's all right. No, don't bother. Because I'd probably only lose it anyway. That's what you want, isn't it? That's what you want from your police. Losing evidence. Isn't it? You know, don't bother, like, with the evidence or anything like that of the guy. I'll probably just lose it anyway. Fucking hell, sweetheart. Do you really give a fuck? No, you do not. And what a way to tell me too. Jesus fucking Christ. I'll only lose it. Oh, brilliant. That's great. How many people have you banged up who are innocent, you fucking idiot? Jesus. Yeah, so, and then she took a picture on her phone. Like, she got me to pause the video, took a picture on her phone of my screen on my laptop. Fucking hell. And you know what that's like when you do that. It's all fuzzy and everything like that, and it was out of focus. I think her thumb was halfway over it as well. And she said, I'll take this back and just take this. Brilliant. So we're out there looking for a fuzzy, like, guy with a fucking thumb over his face. I'm not sure you're going to find him, sweetheart. I felt like saying, would it help? Would it help if I said he was black? Oh, yeah, we've got an idea of the guy. We've got a guy in custody already. Yeah. You got somebody now, haven't you? You fucking racist, fucking evidence-losing twat. Jesus. Anyway. Yeah, so it's been a bit personal, isn't it? This episode, just telling you about a few things where I live and that sort of thing. it's been quite nice. We're running on 29 minutes. Holy fucking shit. We've smashed it out again. If you're enjoying the podcast or you want to, in any way, inform me of how wrong I have been at various bits of information in this podcast, you can contact me. It's podcast@benbriggs.co.uk. You can also like and give us a review on the Apple site. We're on iTunes now. It's just me, Ben. It's just me. Yeah, I'm on iTunes now, so you can give us a review on there. 5 stars is great if you can do that. Anything lower than 5 stars, go fuck yourself. No, you don't have to leave a review. That's fine. I'll be back on Saturday. This is going to be, I'm still doing it every Tuesday and Saturday. So we're back on Saturday. Might be a little less personal and a little bit less gig information about being gig heavy on this. But at least I've give you an idea about what sort of a place I am broadcasting from. Thanks anyway. This is the end of episode 3. I'll speak to you on Saturday. Take care, guys. Have a good week.